Hello guys, my name is Bilal and welcome to your Hello guys, my name is Bilal and this is your 18th Laravel 5 tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm gonna teach you about different types of HTTP requests. But before I explain it, let me first explain what the heck HTTP requests are. Well, whenever we require or get some information, like we can ask for some kind of information stored in the database, or we want to access a web page in a website, then basically it is a request, and these type of requests are called HTTP request. So we can say the request sent by the computer to a web server that contain all sorts of information is known as HTTP requests. So every form we submit, every web page we access, every function we perform, then it goes in a form of request, and that request is called HTTP request. Now there are different types of request like GET request, POST request, HEAD request, PUT request, delete request, etc. So first of all, let's open our route list we have so far by opening our command line if you're on Windows and terminal if you're on Mac. And now from there, we need to access our project location. And my project is in C drive, XAMPP, htdocs. You hear it all the time from me. And then Laravel 5. And now we need to list all of our routes. So to do it, just type php artisan serve php artisan route list and press enter. So now these are some types of requests or methods that we have so far. The first one is this get or head request. The second one is this post request. The third one is this put or patch request. And the fourth one is this delete request. So let me first explain what this get request is. Well, we use get request to send only limited amount of data, and this is because data is sent in header, and in header, as you know, you could not send large amount of data. Get request is not secured because data is exposed in the URL bar. So this means with the get method, you are sending your data via URL, and the data is sent as a part of URL along with the HTTP request headers. Also, get request can be bookmarked. For instance, Google use get in the form of its home page because the result must be easily bookmarked and shareable. You can use get as a way of sending information to a server. You are limited to text that can be crammed into a URL. Get request is a default request. For example, if the method is not specified in the HTML form, get will be used by default. So in short, we can say HTTP get request is used to request a data, and get method send request parameter into query string part of URL. Now let me explain what this post request is. Now with a post request, we can send large amount of data because data is sent in a body, and in a body you can send large amount of data. Another difference between get and post is that post request is secure as data is not exposed in the URL, so it's more difficult for me to hack it. So post method is used when sending password or other sensitive information. With a post method, data is embedded in the form object and sent directly from browser to the server. Post is a way of passing values using HTML forms, like your input name and press submit button, it is passed to PHP as post. The simplest difference that came in my mind right now is that get request is designed for reading the information while post request is designed for posting the information. Simple, dimple. And also get is used for limited amount of data and post is used for very large amount of data. Both can convey the data but it is always better to use POST to send data to be recorded in order to make sure that data integrity is preserved. And now let me explain what this patch request is. As you can see that patch is used for updating. Well, it is very similar to POST, but it is specially made for update request. For instance, when you only need to update one field of the resource, so it modify an existing HTTP resource. And now this delete request is very obvious from its name. This request is used especially when we want to delete a record. So now there is no need of more explanation. So this was an out-depth explanation of different requests we have here. There is no need to go in depth of them. In fact, I also don't know a very depth of this request. And if you want to go in depth, then there is a lot of material available on the internet. But I think it's enough for now. So we will be using each of these requests or method when we will call CRUD functions or access a particular web page. And now you may be thinking that you have told us that to access any web page we use a request, then why we haven't used this request to access our home, about and other pages? Well, this is because they all uses GET request, and I have told you that GET request is there by default, so there is no need to specify it. So I hope you understand it, and if it doesn't make sense for now, then it will make sense when we will be using these requests. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.